the Indo-Indians Artist Spotlight series that we've been doing. A few sessions you've already seen being covered. Indo-Indians has been organizing art exhibitions over the last few years to showcase all the vibrant and talented Indians who are right now in Indonesia, who are passionate, creative, and trying to showcase their original artwork. Well, this year, due to the pandemic, we definitely can't do it live, so we are supporting this online. So this is an opportunity to meet all the artists, visit the artists in their houses, in their studios, meet the person, get to know them a little more than what you see them at the galleries, hear their story behind their work, their inspiration, their artwork, and their feeling about it, and how passionate they feel for the art. Yeah. So for this series today, we have with us Jumana Muhammad Qayyumi. We've seen some of Jumana's work. She's an extremely talented artist. Jumana deals a lot with different mediums like oil, acrylic, watercolors, and textiles as well. She's a very contemporary and realistic artist, so to say. Her genre is more of a visual artist, and her favorite quote, what she says, I guess she'll share it with us as we go along. Welcome to the show, Jumana. And before we move on to the formal thing of what you do and everything, I want to know, how long have you been painting, or how long have you been into the creative field?
See, painting, hello everyone. First, hi. Myself is Jumana Qayyumi. And see, painting, basically you can say, yes, from childhood it was an interest. But I professionally started it in 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, after I delivered my first child, and I decided to, take this as a profession, as in move ahead, and somehow just got so much involved in it. And from then on, it's been the journey has been started.
Correct. Jumana, tell me, are you academically skilled for this? Have you had any formal training in art?
As I said, I was into art, but professionally, when I got into the college, I took textile as my specialty. So I have done Bachelor of Fine Arts in Textile Designing from Sir J.J. School of Arts, Mumbai, and stood first also in final year in the in Maharashtra. So it was real learning.
Yeah.
But to move into painting was a completely different experience, because we had printing and weaving designs as our the base final subjects for our final years, and 3 years we studied that. But suddenly I decided to
So what
go into painting.
sudden movement in you?
Actually, I as I told, after the delivery of first child, I suddenly started painting. I just felt like painting. I was interested in landscapes, so I just started painting landscapes, and it eventually led me to this deep interest and deep focus in doing that only. So
Okay.
I've been doing that since then.
Okay. Okay. And so you have been dealing with many different mediums, right? You started off
Yes.
with oils or acrylics?
I started off with acrylics.
Okay.
Actually, I was quite clueless. I remember in the starting, I asked all my friends of the painting departments regarding what material I should use and how should I start, and how to I didn't even knew what medium is used to mix in acrylic paints or in oil paints. I had no idea, because we used to always work with poster colors for our textile designing.
If I was to say that you've trained yourself, would it be appropriate?
Okay. Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay.
That you can say that.
So acrylic is what you started with, and you moved on to oils.
Yes.
And what I also read in your profile is textiles.
Yes.
Okay.
I did a lot of textile artworks during my college period, and it still is an interest. I made a dari. Dari is a work which you do in weaving, and using that dari, I had also created a landscape, and using threads.
Oh,
small pieces of threads. I had made 2-3 artworks. So it is still a kind of passion, you can say. You cannot leave textile. It's in my core now.
okay. That's
So,
very, very nice. So you have been in Indonesia for how long now?
it will be 1 year in 23rd September.
Oh, okay. So it's not been extremely long. So how do you feel as an artist who's in Indonesia? What kind of opportunities and challenges do you feel in Indonesia?
Uh, See, frankly speaking, I have not got the exposure yet, so
Okay.
I don't know much about it regarding how art is, how an artist get an exposure in Indonesia. But I'm hoping for the best, and I got into this wonderful group of Indo-Indians, and which has been a help since I have shifted here. So it gave me the encouragement that I can still go on with paintings, and I came here and I've made so many of them after in this 1 year of period, you can say.
And
So that it
unfortunately,
encouraged me,
the last
that knowing that there is an Indian group, there is an Indo-Indian group which is which will help us for the exhibitions and everything. So yes.
and Indo-Indians has been promoting it in a big way in the last few years.
Pardon me, I could not hear
Indo-India
you.
has been promoting it in a big way, has been holding exhibitions for all the talented artists at least twice a year in the last 3 to 4 years there. And it's a great platform, and a lot of artists have come up and surfaced and even sold a lot of their product, via Indo-Indians platform. So it's a great opportunity, and it's a great encouragement as an artist.
Yes, for sure. I even got to know a lot of fellow artists, which was very helpful.
Great platform to connect. So Jumana, if I was to ask you that when you are going to create a piece, what is the kind of process that you go through in your own mind before you put it on the canvas?
See, basic inspiration for me is the nature. I am really truly influenced by it. Whenever I see, I am outdoors, and if I see a good cloud formation, I will keep on staring at it. So anything which looks beautiful, it catches my eye, and I feel like putting it on the canvas. I wait to
There is a trigger.
recreate it.
So you look
Yes,
at inspiration from some source whenever it comes, and then you transform it.
yes.
Okay, okay. So if I was,
Generally,
go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
many times, take a reference pic at that time, and then keep it as a reference for myself to recreate it in a different way for my paintings.
Okay. I completely agree. A lot of us usually do that. We have something we like and we keep it at the back of our mind or in a picture form or something, and it can be great. Which is your favorite medium of work? Oil, acrylic, textile? Do you do watercolors?
Yes, I do. I do. I
Brilliant.
do watercolors also.
Okay, which is which is closest to your heart?
Uh, I'm so sorry for a very long answer for this, but I cannot decide in one medium. It is more of what I feel like doing. Like for animals, especially for horses, I'm into horse painting also. So I prefer oils for horse, and later acrylics and oils both are very important part of my schedule. Like all my paintings, majority of them are of acrylics and oils.
Okay.
Watercolor is majorly a recreation kind of for myself. When I want, I want a quicker painting to be, I want the painting to be quickly get completed. I use watercolors. I like the flow of water, so it's more of a more freedom work, you can say.
I wouldn't say I'm a big artist, but whatever little that I paint, I understand that. I personally feel watercolor is not an easy one. With oil and acrylic, you can still control things to a large
Yes.
extent. Watercolors is a fairly different skill altogether.
It is tough. Yeah, it is definitely tough. But I like the spontaneity in that medium. Like
Yeah.
you leave a brush stroke and whatever you get is a completely different experience every time. So I like to experiment. I am not very, specific with the output. It is okay with me. Like whatever effects it gives are always kind of, you can say, uh, surprising. So
Yeah.
it is good.
Absolutely. And the scope of correction vis-a-vis oil and acrylic is much lesser in a watercolor. So
Yes.
that's also there. Correct, correct. So which is your favorite acrylic painting of yours, if I was to ask you?
Acrylic painting of mine. I had a landscape painted.
Okay.
It got sold. So
Okay.
it was in India, and I really liked that. It was very nice.
Okay. So have you had a couple of exhibitions already to your credit?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. I participated in India in Radiant Arts, in India Art Festival, in Mumbai Art Festival. Even I had one show in Dubai Art Fair. So yes, going on.
Lovely, very nice. And amongst your horse collection, I believe you have a nice horse series collection that you've done, which is like something that you've fond. I can see one in the backdrop. Is that the one? Okay.
This is one I'm most fond of right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah, that's an oil, right?
Yeah, it's an oil.
Okay. Well, it looks
Do
very, very nice and
you?
vibrant. Can see it
Yes.
very clearly. I like those, the purple hydrangeas next to it as well. That's a beautiful painting too. That's lovely.
Thank you.
Yes, that's very, very nice. That's an acrylic, I assume.
Yeah, it's an acrylic, correct.
It's an acrylic. Really great. Can you show us around some of your pieces? Maybe something in
Yes,
textile
sure.
also that you like for us to have a flair of your
This
work.
is an this is an acrylic.
Yeah.
These are I've named them Purple Bliss because
Okay.
blooms are always kind of a bliss to see.
Correct. True.
This is from my nostalgic series.
Okay.
This is
You'll have to
I'm
move
from a village. I'm
your
from a village
laptop in a,
basically. Sorry.
just turn your laptop a little towards you.
Yes.
Yes, much better. Oh, yes, much better. Yes.
So this is I'm from a village, so these things really interest me. So I've tried to capture those.
Yeah, the artisans.
This is a shepherd, so I've named it a guide because it's the sheep's.
So these are what medium?
These are acrylics,
Okay.
but I've done knife painting on it. So this is
Yes.
all knife work.
Texture. Yeah, can see the texture. Correct.
Then I have this father and son.
Mm-hmm.
I've named it the bond.
Yeah.
Because it is more very close to me, because when you think of your parents, they are always there
Correct.
to support you and help you around
Yeah.
for
Absolutely.
everything.
Yeah.
This is again my series of auto rickshaws, which was kind of from Bombay. Hello,
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can
are
hear
you
you.
there?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you. Go ahead.
So
Just
these
keep the
are
voice.
these are made in a contemporary style way. I've given a watercolor effect on behind, and then I've painted the rickshaws very colorful.
True. Very nice. Yes. Nice.
One more painting is this one.
That's the clouds you were talking about. That's beautiful. It's really very, very nice. Very, very nice. I think
This
the
I've tried to
clouds
capture
done
the clouds.
very beautifully. You've got the clouds done beautifully.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
very, very clear.
And this is one of my work, which is which is the view from my balcony
Okay, lovely. I think your
here in
landscapes are
Indonesia.
beautiful. Yeah, your landscapes are beautiful.
This detail.
Yeah, the sun right behind the clouds. Beautifully done. Yeah.
Yes,
So if I was to say that landscapes and horses are something that you're closest to.
yes,
Okay.
correct.
Okay, lovely. So, Jimina, tell me one thing. What would you say to budding artists who want to start on it and, who don't have academic training towards it, and they've, just felt that need or that urge to paint and draw and sketch? How would you advise them? What would you advise them?
See, first and for sure thing is that you have to keep on doing it. So if you are really interested and if you are, you like painting, then you should practice and practice, and you can take references around. Nowadays social media is so much inspiring.
Correct.
You have a lot of inspirations. You can take help from Instagram, from YouTube. So these all things, and even the artists are nowadays so supportive that if
Correct.
you need or want any details, they will for surely help you around with all the requirements and the tips and tricks for the thing. But you have to keep on practicing and learning, and take the criticism. It's very helpful to take the criticism and improve yourself.
Correct.
Don't feel bad if someone comes and tells you that you need to improve this particular thing in your painting. Even my children come and tell me that, Mama, this is not looking nice. This is something is missing, or it would have been better if you would have done this way. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
thank
sure.
you. I'll
Yeah.
take into consideration. So it is always helpful to get
Correct.
the criticism. Is also
You have to be open to it.
important.
Absolutely. Because it's all
Yes,
about
even if it is
perspective.
from someone who is smaller than you or has less experience, take it from them also. It's important.
So the art, I feel, is all about a perspective. That's a child's perspective, so it's absolutely valid. Similarly to an adult who's viewing, an adult may find something different with a
Yes.
picture. So, yeah, correct, absolutely. Any favorite artist of yours?
See, all the legends are always there. So naming them is, I don't think so. There are a lot of legends who are definitely an inspiration. But nowadays, I've come across to Ratano Mulik on Instagram, and I really like his cloud paintings. And so there are few such artists who are an inspiration.
So Monet is the only one who's been inspiring you so far because you relate to the clouds that he does. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else that you would like to share with all of us in terms of your work and what you're planning to do in the next part of the year? You have something planned for the rest of the year for yourself?
Yes.
What are you working
Yes.
on?
A nostalgic series is still going on, and
Okay.
a cloud series. So it's for sure to come. More of such paintings are in the room, inshallah.
Lovely. That sounds really nice. We're all looking forward to it. Hopefully, the coming year, the pandemic gets a little bit easier for all of us to handle, and
So.
Indo-Indians is able to hold some live exhibitions. Would be lovely to see your work. All the very best.
Thank you.
And thank you for
Thank
joining
you so
us.
much. Thanks a lot. It was my pleasure. And I hope to meet you all soon too.
Yes, absolutely. We look forward. All the best.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Jyoti Chawla at the Indo-Indians Artist Spotlight Series. We've covered a few participants and artists already. Here is another one. Indo-Indians has been organizing art exhibitions over the last few years to showcase all the talented and vibrant Indian artists based in Indonesia who are passionate, creative, and love to showcase their work. This year, due to the pandemic, it is online. So here is an opportunity to meet the artist, visit the artist studio in their houses, meet the person in real, and hear the story behind their work, their passion, and their feelings about each piece that they have created. So continuing the series, this time we have a lady, beautiful lady called Suruchi Mishra. She has been in Indonesia for about 6.5 years, and she deals with a lot of things. She does a lot of work with mediums like oil, acrylic, Indian work, very traditional art, and some contemporary work as well. What I hear